Beach Road, just east of Florida Linen. Call 850-320-8388.
Los Rancheros has been doing it right for 20 years. Los Rancheros brings a top-shelf dining experience to you with the opening of their beautiful new building. Watch all college and pro games on Los Rancheros' 14 large-screen TVs with great drink specials daily from 2 to 5 and during all the games. Los Rancheros, the place for live sports and great food on 23rd Street between Jenks and Harrison.
Are you looking for a place to take a leak? Do you have a truck, tractor, or other hydraulic equipment leaking or not performing as it should? At Reliable Hydraulic Solutions, we can get you back to work. Do you have a bus that are leaking hose? We can typically replace them while you wait. Hydraulic cylinder or pump needing repair? In many cases, we can have it back to you the next day. Reliable Hydraulic Solutions, 6840 Highway 77 in Southport, just south of Tractor Supply. The best place in town to take a leak.
In school sports, it's easy to see the wins, the moments that make headlines. But there's so much work that goes unseen for any of it to happen. My name is Phil Risen, and I'm the Executive Director of the National Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association. Throughout the country, athletic administrators dedicate countless hours to making life-changing opportunities possible for student athletes through sports. Their sacrifice is fueled by the belief that every student can grow and deserves their time to shine. On behalf of the NIAAA, we want to thank every athletic administrator for your tireless dedication to providing 7.8 million students across the country a path to a better future.
This message presented by the NIAAA, the National Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
WVLQ Port St. Joe, WGSX, powered by Panama City Toyota.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
And now, the Gulf Coast's newest sports talk host.
Hey, there's the new guy.
Paul Wilson.
That is not winning football.
Paul is your pipeline to the heart of the action.
The defense can only play this good for so long.
Hot takes, big reactions, and your calls are incoming.
This week, it's really going to be crucial.
The Sports Blitz.
They're playing championship football.
The new Sports Blitz.
You can say what you want.
On 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson here at 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. It's a beautiful day in the Panhandle. It's a Wednesday, hump day. And as always on a Wednesday, I got Jeffrey in the house. Jeffrey, how you doing today, man? You got your nice little polo shirt on? Looking good, man. Did you play some golf today?
No, man. I took a nap after work.
You did?
Yeah, I needed it.
What time do you usually get in?
I wake up at 5 in the morning, leave at 5:30 to get to work for 6.
Okay, yeah. That's not too bad then.
No, that's not too bad. I mean, I don't know. People in their 40s and around my age, well, you're up in that range.
Whoa.
40s. You're up in that range.
You're not in your 40s?
No. I'm just saying that people in general. I mean, when people hit 60, people don't make fun of, going to bed early or whatever. But at my age or a little bit less, like your age, people say, oh, these people who go to sleep, early and all that. And, sometimes I need it. I went to bed at like 10 last night, and I wasn't dragging today, but, I was kind of, I don't know.
So 10 o'clock, if you go to bed at 10 o'clock, a lot of times you're tired the next day.
No, it just depends how my diet is and everything. But that's 7 hours of sleep, 10 to 5, right?
Yeah, that's true.
7 hours. And you know what? I like my sleep.
Yeah.
I really enjoy my sleep. How about James? Do you like your sleep?
I try to get it when I can, but I'm one of them people that I am staying up late. I am not an early morning person. So, like, you tell me, get up at 5, I'll look at you and go, that's cute.
You do that.
Yeah. But, James, you're still in your 30s, though, right?
No, I'm old, man.
How old are you?
Old man. I am 41 now.
Okay.
Wow. My
man.
God. Hey, how is it to be that old?
It's awful, man. You know, you met Noah on an ark, you know, all those kinds of things. You just know so much now.
Yeah, played with Noah in the sand.
41. What year was that for me? That's bad when you have to do the math. 14.
That's been a long time ago for you.
I was, you know what, though? I was a workhorse at that time. I was working a lot of hours.
You were?
Yeah. And you know that overnight thing, how some people work overnights and all that? I can't do that anymore. You know, that's when I was
I love
41 and under.
I loved my overnight shifts. I had an overnight radio shift. I had an overnight shift on an ambulance. Oh, man, give me that nighttime.
Wow. But it gets old after you get older.
Yeah, when you get older and it starts wearing on your body.
It does. And your hours all screw, especially when you get your days off. And then, you know, I always just adjusted to everyone else's schedule on my days off. Yeah. And then you got to flip back, you know.
Yeah, no.
I'm not up for that.
And don't forget, you can call in on the Red 70s phone line, 850-215-6290. Don't forget tonight. No, it's not Wednesday. It's Wednesday. It's not Thursday. Thursday night football is tomorrow night. The Ravens at the Dolphins. 6:30 coverage starts right here, and then the kickoff's at 7:15. It's pumped up time for the NFL because they're talking about Lamar Jackson's coming back. So they're playing the Dolphins, so it wouldn't matter if he came back or not, I don't believe, because Tyler Huntley, I believe he can beat, which that's who played last year for Tua when he was hurt, was Tyler Huntley for the Dolphins. So it'd probably be either way. I think Huntley would do fine to beat them as well.
I know you don't like me talking about the morning show, but they were just, you know, you change little things and all that, and they're like, it's like they're in a different world, and it was the TV today. That they were talking about. They were like, look at Florida, Georgia. And then another time they were talking about the PCB hobby takeover.
Oh, okay.
So, you know, they were like, PCB hobby takeover.
On the morning show?
Yeah, on the morning show.
Okay. Well, that's good. It happens every Monday at 4:20. So there you go. Or 5:20.
5:20 our time zone.
So anyway, last night, it wasn't the 18-inning game. No, it was a different kind of game. So 6-2, the Blue Jays tied it up 2-2.
And that was a must for them.
Yeah,
we said it.
It has to be. And when you look at moving forward, I mean, they've got Chris Snell tonight going against for the Dodgers. I mean, he's been lights out. So, I mean, it's just going to have to be. Now, Vlad Guerrero Jr. hit one off of Shohei Ohtani last night, and you know, they're talking about now, should they start walking Vlad Guerrero Jr.? Remember, because Shohei,
crazy.
Yeah, because he's stroking the baseball. I mean,
I've never heard this much talk about walking people intentionally in a World Series.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, have we ever had this?
I don't think so.
No.
Not this many, because there's so many people now that they're like, we got to walk.
And then you worry about Freddie Freeman. You know?
Yeah, I mean.
Boom, again.
Yeah, and that's what happens. But Shohei, he didn't hit too well last night. He was 0 for 3. He had one walk. I think it was probably a 10.
He was 9 for 9 getting on base the day before. I mean, come on.
Give the guy a break.
With the guy.
Plus, he was pitching.
Yeah.
So,
come on.
He went 6 innings last night, gave up 6 hits, 4 runs, and he had 6 strikeouts. So, I mean, not a bad outing.
So if he pitches, his batting's not as good. It's the focus. I'm just saying. Yeah, dude. He went 4 for 4. He doesn't pitch. Then he pitches and he goes 0 for 3. Do the math.
Yes, I mean,
not that
I don't
hard.
know. Maybe
he's 100% or 0% on getting on base.
We'll have to look. Well, that's just one game. That's just
one game.
One swap.
Yeah, but it wasn't even close.
Well, I mean, if he keeps on pitching, he's not going to have another 40-40 season because you're going to lose so much out of the batting.
Yeah. Just saying.
I don't know. We'll have to look it up.
There's a reason why he stopped stealing bases.
Well, I think he just did that just because I think he wanted to prove that he could do it. I don't think that's something you do.
The aftermath of him not stealing, I mean, we know you can do it. Go ahead and do it. Might as well since you're there.
I don't know.
Right?
Well, with injuries and all that.
Did you ever steal bases? I
yeah.
sure as heck did because I ran track. I was like, heck yeah, I see that base right over there. I'm going to take it. This guy's not paying attention. Maybe you get a certain pitch, boom, I'm gone.
He killed me.
I loved it. I loved Ricky Henderson, too, watching him.
Yeah, he was the best.
And you know what's funny? I never did returns, punt returns, kickoff returns. I love me some Devin Hester, man.
Did you love him?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Brian Mitchell was the Redskins guy, too.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I love watching return men. David Palmer, an Alabama guy.
Yep, the deuce.
We had
loose.
Eddie Kinnison at LSU. We had return men also. I mean, I love watching, even Reggie Bush. Return.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So would you say Devin Hester deserves being in the Hall of Fame for all those kickoff returns that he did in the NFL?
See, here's the problem. He was a stud in high school. He was a stud in college. So when we watch all these highlights, they're from like 3 different levels. I don't want to say he was dominant at 3 levels, but the man was like a human highlight reel. It was crazy. I mean, have you watched his stuff?
I just watched his pro stuff when he was with the Bears.
You got to watch everything, and you're like, wow, this guy was phenomenal.
I just don't understand with him, though, how he didn't turn into like being that great wide receiver because he wasn't great. I mean, he had okay hands. He could get open sometimes, but his thing was just kickoffs.
It's
and
not
weird.
it's a different position, but it's definitely it's different. It's just different.
But do you think
and
he's
being covered? I mean, you're not being covered
by one-on-one,
man on man. Yeah, when you're a wide receiver.
So do you think he deserved to be in the Hall of Fame, though, is the question? Because, I mean, he made it, but
let's just say at the worst, he's the second best return man of all time in the NFL. Because that's the probability there. I'm just saying. And that's a position. Morton Anderson is the best kicker of all time, and he's in the Hall, I think.
Yeah, he should be.
He should be.
But when you look at Morton Anderson, though, he was kicking points, like field goals and extra points.
And Devin Hester didn't get touchdowns. What?
Yeah,
yes, he
you're only
did.
talking what? How many did he do a year, though? Like,
I believe he got
3 or
6.
4?
No, he got like 6 one year.
Okay.
He had like 5 in the first 5 games, like 1 in 5 different games in a row. I mean, that's insane.
Yeah.
And then look at the, it was the 2005, the Bears played the Colts, and guess how that game started?
With a kickoff return.
Yeah.
But, okay, so would you put him as one of Miami's greatest ever players?
The Hurricanes?
Yeah, because that's where he went to school.
I mean, Hurricanes got a lot of players.
That's what I mean.
Chris Multiconte's just like, yeah. He's just living a dream right now. Talking about the Hurricanes. But
I mean, I just don't, I don't know. How do you put someone in the Hall of Fame? How do you put someone in that category when, yes, it's a position, but it's only a position when the other team scores or the first of the game?
I would put Devin Hester in the top 50 of Hurricane players of all time.
Yeah.
I'm not sure where he would place. I'd have to look at other lists and look at who else is on that list and all that. And, there were some players that really razzle-dazzled me. And then, then there was like Ray Lewis that, I didn't think that he would be the stud he was in the pros.
Yeah.
And that helps his, I don't say his case for the Hurricanes because, look at what he did in the pros. That was crazy.
And a lot of times people think that they were great in college, but they were just good. But then they'd be great in the pros and vice versa. There were people that were, Reggie Bush wasn't great in the NFL. He was great in college.
Alvin Kamara. I was like, he was at Alabama and Tennessee, and you're like, whatever. And then for the Saints, he was crazy good for like 3 years.
Yeah, he was a multi-function back, catching passes and being able to run the football.
Yeah.
You had some stats or something?
Marshawn Lynch.
Yep, Devin Hester, 20 touchdowns, 4 returns, 14 of them on punts, 6 of them on kickoffs.
He was electric.
Yeah, has to be the best ever on returns.
Brian Mitchell for the Redskins was pretty dynamic.
I don't know.
He was a great guy.
But see,
I'd say that those are 1-2. There's nobody else.
Yeah, but I don't, because I don't remember Hester until he got to the NFL. So I'm not really sure if he was that good at Miami. I think maybe you're giving him his NFL stats for giving him top 50 in Miami, because Miami produced all of those older school players plus all of the players like, Jeremy Shockey and all those guys. So you look at the Ray
Edgar
Lewis.
and James.
Yeah, I mean, all of those running backs, all of those guys, all those quarterbacks that came through, because those guys were great.
Yeah, but those
They fizzled out.
There's 3 Hurricane quarterbacks that were like, wow, to me.
Yeah, Jim Kelly, Vinny Testaverde, and Bernie Kosar.
Yeah.
Those
1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
And then since then, there's a lot of players you're like, Ken Dorsey, come on.
Yeah, Steve Walsh.
What happened? Gino Torretta.
Yeah.
Heisman Trophy winner.
Yeah. But probably top 25 in Miami history, but not NFL history. And that's happened, like, it's the same thing that happened with Palmer. He went to Minnesota and played a couple of years, 3, 4, 5 years, and just didn't, the NFL game just wasn't, great for him. And that happens. But then you have somebody like, Derek Thomas. Derek Thomas could possibly be the best if we're talking about having a great college career, then went on to have a great NFL career. Derek Thomas has to be in that conversation, because he was dominant at Alabama, and then he went to the Chiefs and was dominant with the Chiefs.
Yeah. Who was the guy that went... He ended up with the Packers, but he started with the Eagles, and he played at Tennessee. Reggie White.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's the man like that.
Yeah, he's one like that, too.
He did both of them.
Yeah, both.
Yeah.
They were definitely... And, if Bo Jackson wouldn't have gotten hurt, he would have been in that conversation.
Sure.
But you got to also
Herschel Walker, his pro career didn't turn out.
But Deion Sanders did. Yeah. He was really good in college, really good. Yeah, he was great at the Seminoles.
Let me tell you, if you really watched the full game of him at the Seminoles, you'd be like, it was hype. It was hype. He wasn't a top 30 player in the year that he graduated. He was not.
But his hype and speed and what he could be,
yes,
he got drafted based off of that.
It was a lot of hype. It was kind of like the Sooners had that guy.
Brian Bosworth.
It was hype. And that was it.
But he was a starting linebacker in the NFL. He just didn't turn out to be as dominant as he was at Oklahoma. And that's the key. That's the difference, because you don't really know. That's why, later on we're going to be talking about it. And when Multiconte's already lighting it up.
He is.
Yeah. So when you look, he's naming names.
Oh, yeah. Going down the list.
He's already mentioned Cam Ward as being one of the all-time greats at Miami for that 1 year.
Cam Ward? He's not top 50. Not all time for the Hurricanes. No.
Well, you've got offensive linemen, you've got defensive linemen,
and
cornerbacks.
It's just 1 year, too.
Right. That's what hurt him.
That's what hurt him big time.
But if you look at those guys that have come and had a great career, there's not a lot.
Yeah.
There's really not. Even though we think there is, because Brady wasn't great at Michigan. And Peyton was good, but I don't think he was great. He didn't win the Heisman, didn't win a national title.
Didn't make it to a national title.
Right.
Kept on losing to Florida.
Yeah. So, Tim Tebow was great in college. Not so good. Vince Young, great in college.
There was players
so good,
and like Ty Detmer. He played the BYU schedule, so he wasn't playing. He wasn't playing top notch. Yeah. And then he gets to pros. He's like, not even really a great starter at all. Really.
Yeah. But then you have people that
Drew Brees at Purdue. He had flashes at Purdue.
Yeah.
And then
he was a part of the mindset of, if a quarterback's not 6 feet tall, then you're not going to be a good NFL quarterback. And he's probably the best short quarterback out that's ever played.
Yeah.
Because all of those other guys are 6 foot plus, not talking about with your cleats
Doug
on.
Flutie. He was short.
But he wasn't great. Not in college.
Yeah.
Not in the pros. He was in college.
Yeah. In college he was, yeah.
But that's the thing. Like, you can't, it's going back and forth. So, I don't know.
Who's your favorite quarterback of all time? You have to think about it.
Yeah, it's not
There's a bunch of names in there.
There's a bunch of names. Wow. Yeah, I'd have to think. Because I like a lot. You mean college or pro?
Pro.
Yeah, see, it would just be, I'd have to think. My first inclination would be Marino. Well, that'd be my first. But
that's my guy. And then, but I love.
But he wasn't mobile.
The fact that Montana was beating my Saints, I didn't like the 49ers, you know. I respected them. I loved watching Montana, though. He was good.
He was one of those guys that were good in both. No, I mean, would he be?
Well, I don't know. You better look at his Notre Dame.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Would you consider his Notre Dame career great? I wouldn't.
And he's not a top 50 Notre Dame guy ever.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So, it's crazy how that works out because you look at it because Patrick Mahomes was awesome at Texas Tech, but they played a Texas Tech schedule.
Yeah, you know, and he had the defense that wasn't there.
Baker Mayfield was great at Oklahoma, and he's been pretty good here. I don't know if he's been great yet.
He's been very, very good.
He's been very good.
Two varies.
At times, right?
I don't know, man. He put the Browns in the playoffs and won a playoff game.
I mean, that's hard to do.
That's really hard to do.
Basically a Super Bowl right there.
I mean, that's hard to do because the Browns don't make the Super Bowl.
You know, I worry because I don't know if you know this, but Shaw, how you say his name? Is it Shock? The Saints' second-round pick. He's going to be
Shock.
Shock.
Yeah,
he's starting
Shock
this week.
is how you pronounce it. I want to say Show.
It's Shook. I think it's Shook. Yeah.
Shook.
I think.
That's so hard for me to do that with a GH. Isn't okay. But anyway, he's starting this weekend for the Saints. We have 9 quarterbacks that have started since 2001 when Breeze retired. 9 quarterbacks have started. Are we the next Browns? I mean, this is horrible.
I don't think so. I just think they've got to find their guy. I don't know what.
And they're just, I mean,
lots of teams really go through that. I'm a Titans fan. I mean, who have the Titans had that you would call a franchise quarterback since Steve McNair?
I mean, it's still up in the air with
Tannehill. Tannehill's the only one I really could think of.
Yeah, but when
he came in. He wasn't like a draft pick developed by the Titans.
Oh, no.
He came in.
You know how many first-round picks the Saints have picked for quarterbacks in their existence? 2. And one of them's Archie Manning.
Yeah, it's not very many.
No, they don't do first-round picks. Saints do not. They get a lot of leftovers. You know, the Raiders and Ravens have been known for taking players from other teams at all kind of positions, and the Saints do that at quarterback all day long. Because Breeze wasn't drafted by the Saints.
Yeah,
he's a Charger.
I mean, we could go through all of these hurricane names that from Dan Morgan to Bryant McKinney. To those Sean Taylor, those kind of guys, Willis McGahee.
Oh, yeah. McGahee, now, he could have been better in college.
Well, he got hurt.
Yeah.
And that's what hurt him.
Yeah, that's part of it.
But, I mean, you had those coaches that just came in and they back to back to back. Like, I mean, it was crazy because you thought their talent and all that would just kind of go away, but they just kept going.
He had a running back room. It was Clinton Portis was there.
Yep.
Oh, my God.
Clinton Portis, McGahee.
And look what we got
Edgerrin
now,
James.
Chris. Oh, my God. Well, you know what? I mean, he said something about humbly after they lost, on Friday night to Louisville. Team.
Yeah.
Hey, look, they're still in it, and they could easily make the playoffs at 11-1 and not even go to the ACC championship because if Virginia and Georgia Tech go undefeated in conference, Miami's on the outside, and they're easily in at 11-1.
And that's what you would probably want. The
ACC wants that.
The championship game is not as flowered up as it used to be. I mean, it matters. You get a ring at the end of the year. You get a banner. You do all the things that they still do with it. But let's don't make no mistake. 12 teams is where everybody wants to be. And if you're not in the 12 teams, who cares if you won the ACC, SEC, or anything otherwise? That's the deal.
The ACC's dream scenario is Georgia Tech wins. Well, Georgia Tech, Virginia, and Miami all win out. Virginia upsets Georgia Tech, so now we've got 3 one-loss teams in the ACC, and they're all going. And the SEC will only have 4 teams in.
It would mean that Georgia Tech would have to beat Georgia, though. And if that happens, then that would be the way they get in.
I said dream scenario. That's a dream.
If Georgia Tech beats Georgia, you can go ahead and mark it down. Georgia probably is going to, and Georgia's probably going to be the one out. Because that would just be 1 loss no matter what they do.
Well, Georgia's already lost to Alabama. That'd be 2 losses.
That'd be 2 losses. And
I don't know if they're playing an SEC championship because we do not know because a lot can happen in the next 4 weeks.
I mean, that's true, but we'll have to see.
Yeah.
Either way. We're going to take our first break, and when we come back, we're going to talk to Aaron Bearden at Instant Replay Sports Cards. You're listening to the Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson at 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Reach out and smack someone. Call or text now. 850-215-6290. The Red 17 studio line. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. The Coach James Hale Show.
I played that game at that level, the undisciplined, not playing work, not prepared, and that's what it looked like. I take back everything I said after week one. I was on them so hard. Since then, and I was right, but since then, they don't give up. Now, people get mad at me.
Weekday mornings 7 to 9. At 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good afternoon. This is Joanna with your latest forecast on ESPN Northwest Florida. The rest of the day, mostly sunny and a temperature of 70 with wind 20 to 25 miles per hour out of the west. Mostly clear skies tonight, a moderate breeze and a little chilly near 56. Mostly sunny and 66 tomorrow. 67 and sunshine with a gentle breeze Friday. Saturday sunshine and a temperature about the same at 70. This is your Wednesday's weather brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for keeping that dial at ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Looking for dependable civil construction in the Florida Panhandle? CBC Construction has you covered. From land clearing and drainage to roads and underground utilities, CBC delivers high-quality work on time and on budget. Locally owned and operated, CBC is trusted by schools, developers, and municipalities. To learn more, call CBC Construction 850-740-3815 or visit cbcconstruction.com. That's cbcconstruction.com. Tired of boring merch and want your brand to stand out like the big names? Elevate your look with Red 7Ts. They don't just print shirts, they create bold identities. They are a veteran-owned custom apparel shop providing the kind of detail that turns heads, using high-quality digital printing and embroidery to give you that unique style you love with no minimums or cookie-cutter designs. From small business to sports teams, if you've got a vision, they'll help you wear it proudly. Visit red7ts.com.
You found us inside the CBC Construction Studios. Climb into our DM and jump into the chat. The Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson is live on Facebook. Interact with Paul and other sports fanatics. Now, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Welcome back. You're listening to the Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson here at 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Don't forget, as always, you can call in, you can text in on the Red 7Ts phone line, 850-215-6290. Tuesday was awesome. Wednesday's even better because we get to talk to our friend from Instant Replay Sports Cards, Aaron Bearden. Aaron, how you doing today, my friend, on this beautiful hump day? It's getting cold outside, though.
Oh, man, I'm great. How about y'all? Staying warm?
We're doing okay. Now, let me ask you that. Since we're talking about weather here for a moment. Now, you know that I moved here from Kentucky to escape cold winters, and that's the whole reason behind it. We own a condo. We wanted to move into the condo. That's what we did. Get away from these snowy winters in Kentucky. And so, are you a cold weather fan? Like, do you walk outside like all of these weirdos that I've seen here talking about this is some great weather right here, and I'm freezing?
Yeah, I hate to say it. Yeah, I don't like the heat. I'm born in Florida, grew up here, cannot stand hot weather. So, yeah, this is starting to feel pretty good to me. It can still drop a little bit more. I mean, I don't need it freezing and snowing to the point where it's messing up the roads. But, yeah, I like jacket weather, you know.
Absolutely not. I was doing something last night after work here, and after the sun went down, no. It was cold, the wind was blowing a little bit, and I was out. I was like, take me home under the blanket. Get me inside. I don't like all this cold weather. Jeffrey, you an outside person? Like, you like this cold weather, or you like it hot?
I like occasional cold, but not for like long durations of time. And that's the thing in Louisiana. You would take out your jacket and you would use it for 3 days, and then you'd put it back up. And then like 2 weeks later, you take it out for another 3 days and then put it back up. And that's kind of how it goes. And then a lot of times in February or even early March, you think you're done with it, and then you have to take it back out. My girlfriend yesterday was wearing long pants, looked over at me and said, "You're wearing shorts and short sleeve shirt?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And she's like, "I guess I got that Kentucky blood in me," is what she said. and she was like, I was like, "How's that even work?" Because you're used to the cold weather, and I was used to it for maybe a year and a half almost, because I lived up north for just a year and a half, and that was it.
One of my childhood friends just commented on Facebook, and he said, "I do not like the cold," and me either, Leslie Dixon. I don't like the cold, my man. We are built from the same cloth. Now, James, I saw you shaking your head. Are you like the cold?
So my wife loves it down here in the summer. The heat is her friend. The heat melts me and just makes me die. I was threatened to move her to Alberta to begin with before we moved, because I love and thrive in the cold. I used to work at an outdoor skate rink. It was the best job I ever had. It was so cold.
Now, Aaron, have you ever seen James?
Yeah, I've been into the shop.
Okay, so James...
Yeah, I mean, I was going to withhold that and see if there's any legal ramifications.
Well, James has got a mohawk, like straight up bald on the sides, and with the razor.
No faux hawk.
No,
it's a straight mow.
It's the real one.
It's the real one. Well, to me, his head's got to get cold if you don't have something on his head.
No, that's why I have the hawk, is because I got to get rid of that heat. Or if I got like the slightest little bit of hair, I just start sweating.
Yeah, he's a hothead. But anyway.
Well, I don't like the Gulf water when it's cold. I like the Gulf being warm.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
But anyway, this isn't a weather channel, Aaron. Sorry about that. Just wanted to ask you how you felt about this cold air coming, because I am not having fun with it. I'm ready for the heat to come back. But anyway, so what's going on with the shop this week? You got any big-time specials coming up?
Yeah, we do. Right now, we've got a big sale going on boxes of baseball and football, especially. Got some big discounts on some of that stuff. Got some new releases. Of course, we've talked about the Topps basketball recently. I think we've got some Bowman Chrome football coming out at the end of the week, maybe even tomorrow. And, it's been a good, steady stream of releases here the last few weeks.
So let me ask you that. We did talk about the Topps coming out with the basketball. Now, did your shop, did you see any kind of uptick from the customers around this area coming in trying to grab a lot of that inventory?
It's been a pretty decent seller, more so than most of the other basketball products over the past year. It's still relatively affordable as hobby boxes go. Certainly when you compare it to things like Prism Football or even some of the baseball releases that have got up to, like Bowman Draft, some of that stuff gets up to $600 or $700 a box. So if it's under $300 a box and you got a shot at some good cards, yeah, it's not bad. And we had someone pull a Cooper Flag auto the other day.
Oh, wow. That's cool. Did you buy that one on the spot, or did he hold on to it?
No, he's actually sent it off with us to be graded by CGC.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
I'm excited to see what it comes back as.
Now, was that card a numbered card? Is that how that works, or is it?
No, it was not numbered, but it was an insert autograph. It was not just the base card. So it's a little more rare than the regular card. So
wow, that's pretty impressive. Yeah, that's awesome. Do we have like any kind of price point at that one right now, or?
From what he had told me when he brought it back in to send it off, he declared it to be around $1,500. He said that's what they were going for online.
Wow. So did he buy a hobby box, or was that like a jumbo?
Yes. No, he got that out of a hobby box.
Wow. I mean, that's a great find right there.
So y'all had two events last weekend. Last Saturday you had that hobby rip night. And how does that happen?
Yeah, Rip Night's a lot of fun. It's something Topps came up with 2 years ago, something like that. And their idea was, give people a reason to go to the local hobby shop and do some fun things and not just be about, buying these expensive boxes, but, kind of put the fun back into collecting. And we did it once with them, their first night. They sponsored it. They sent us some giveaways, some prizes and stuff. And we had so much fun with it, our people here, that we said, let's do it every month, whether Tops is involved or not.
So
we make it a monthly event.
Oh, wow. Okay. What is Pack Wars?
Yeah, so the way we do Pack Wars, everybody buys a bundle of packs. It's the same packs for everyone. And we'll call out what pack we're going to open. And we've got like a prize wheel we spin. We're saying not so much prize wheel, but a wheel. And it's got attributes on it from the cards based on like the number on the back of the card or the image on the front, something like that. And it'll come up that we're looking for maybe the tallest player or who's got the lowest card number, who's got the most cards of guys wearing blue jerseys, any kind of thing like that. And then there's a prize for it, maybe a free pack or a T-shirt or something like that. Unlike what, long-termers will think of Pack Wars back in the day, everybody keeps their cards. Those are yours to hang on to.
And what about, okay, go ahead.
Well, say we do the Pack Wars, we do some trivia. Sometimes we'll get into teams, and everybody comes up kind of like a pub trivia. They come up with a team name and all that, and we'll do maybe sports or collectible-based trivia with them. They have a good time each month trying to figure out what the theme is going to be. I keep them on their toes. And then we do all kind of different games. There's always prizes. So this last weekend, I got about 25 different athlete signatures. And without anything, basically lifting the signatures off of a signed item or whatever, cutting them out, put them on the screen and had them go through and gave them a time limit, and they had to identify as many of the signatures as they could.
What?
So it's like, you guys see these signatures on the cards, you see the signed items, now tell us, who signed it.
I would fail at that. Completely fail.
You know who one of the hardest signatures to read, if you're not familiar with it, is Willie Mays. It does not look like Willie Mays.
Yeah, Willie Mays, but Willie's is so stylized for the bulk of his career. And really, the Mays that people are expecting, that they're thinking of like that, that's his retired signature. Willie Mays early on, like in the 50s, is very legible. Latter part of his career, Willie's girlfriend or wife was signing a lot of his stuff for him. If you mailed it to him, like through a fan club or through the stadium, she signed a lot of it. But that later Willie Mays signature online, they refer to it as the fleece mop, because that's what it looks like. It says fleece mop.
Yeah.
But yeah, there were some recognizable ones in there. There was Mahomes, there was Michael Jordan. There were some that everybody got. And then there's some that really, if you haven't seen that signature before, good luck with it. Some guys like Sam Laporta, whose signature looks nothing like what it's supposed to say. So yeah, they had a lot of fun with that. We did some box breaks, did a lot of giveaways.
So let me ask you this. You mentioned that Bowman, and you said football, right? Is that what you said? Bowman football is possibly coming out tomorrow?
Yes.
As far as what type of, value would you put on that? We've talked about some of the others being, maybe something you would put up and not open, or, maybe you do want to open it. But with these Bowman football, the football season's already started, so you could go ahead and open and get some really good cards early.
Yeah, well, this is going to be Bowman University, so it's going to be collegiate.
Mm-hmm.
So as far as, assigning a value to it down the road, well, it depends on what this crop of college players kind of turns out to be. If there turns out to be another, Patrick Mahomes or Tom Brady playing right now in college football that's in this product, then yeah, down the road it could be something to have a little bit of it put back. But it could also be good to have opened it and had their single cards.
Now, do they have
nice out of it?
Are there some autographed cards in that set as well?
Yes. Oh yeah. Yeah, the hobby boxes come with guaranteed autograph stuff.
Okay, and what's the price range of those coming out? Do you know that yet?
Let me see. Yeah, we usually don't know until day of, because we always try to match the big online retailers like Blowout or Steel City. So try to make sure people don't have to pay any more than that. Sometimes we do go under that.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you.
Yeah,
where did you get it?
Looking like the hobby boxes are going to be probably in the $150-ish range.
Yeah, that's pretty good then.
For a box of that.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, collegiate stuff usually comes out a little cheaper than the pro cards.
Now, would those cards kind of be dependent upon how they finish their college career? So say like, just throw a name out there. If Diego Pavia were to win the Heisman Trophy, and we know that he probably isn't going to be that successful as an NFL quarterback because he just doesn't fit the mode or the mold of an actual, throwing quarterback. You really can't just run like he does in college. Would his card kind of go up a little bit during the season and then kind of plateau at a certain level, do you think?
Yeah, ultimately, what they do in the NFL is really all that matters with football cards. Looking back in years past, there were guys that were phenomenal college players whose cards ended up with, very little value because the NFL career didn't match up. I'm thinking going back decades, guys like, remember Rocket Ishmael in the 90s, early 90s. Rocket Ishmael was, one of the best at what he did in college ever, but the NFL career didn't live up to that. So his cards are really not sought after now.
Yeah, that was when we had a big conversation earlier about the people that were stars in college but didn't make it in the pros. It just didn't work out for them, and we forgot about him. He was legitimate.
I didn't forget about him.
He was legitimate. Superstar. But anyway, go ahead, Jeffrey. You had a question.
Tim Tebow's got to be an anomaly, though. I mean, he's still worth a lot, and his pro career was not that good.
To be honest, his cards really aren't. There are people that like him for his personality, but now because he really couldn't live up to that in the NFL, his cards, once he retired and people kind of accepted, like, okay, he's done. He's not, people are like, oh, he's going to come back. He's going to reinvent himself as this or that. And it didn't happen. And it's like, okay, his cards have a little bit of nostalgia for the people that like him, but for the most part, it's not something people are going to put money into.
It is crazy when you look at the basketball, baseball, and the football cards. They have to be crazy because they can have such a great year. If you look at the guys like RG3 who had a great rookie season and then just fell off and he's out, and they always call it the sophomore slump, and you don't never know who's going to not have the sophomore slump, and then or who's going to Carson Wentz when he was coming out, I'm sure his cards were up and high and all of that, and then boom, now he's not even playing much. I mean, I know he's playing for the Minnesota Vikings, but he got hurt, but those kind of things. So that's really, so you definitely don't want to hold on to those cards. You would more like to open those and rip them early so you can see what value they've got now.
But, you never know. A guy like Joe Burrow came out, his cards were very hot because he was a big successful college quarterback. And then he got a season-ending injury his first year, and his cards dropped. And for about a 24-hour period, you could pick Burrow cards up on the internet for like less than 10% of what they had been going for.
Wow.
And, but, then he obviously made a full comeback and has been successful. So his cards regained their value from before. So it's, you never know looking at that in the moment, where it's going to go. Is this guy going to come back and be any good, or by the time he comes back, they're going to have drafted somebody else to take his place? You never,
And there's players like Josh Allen that the potential's higher. He could really make it to the Super Bowl. It's a very good reality. And then we're looking at Lamar Jackson, and it's like he might not ever make it,
Yeah. As far as for an investment standpoint, the problem with both of those guys is, they got to go through that guy Mahomes to get there. And he keeps hogging all the fun, it seems like, for AFC quarterbacks.
And that's what happened with Brady was there. Same thing with Brady. All those good quarterbacks. Manning. All those good quarterbacks.
That's what happened to Rivers. Rivers was blocked out from the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Philip Rivers totally could have made it.
How many good quarterbacks, guys that had proven themselves in college, that the Patriots drafted where they kept going, hey, he's only got like 1 year left. We need to be set up for the future. And those guys sit on the bench until their skills erode or they're assigned to the practice squad. And it's like those guys might have been legit good pro quarterbacks, but they never got the opportunity.
Yeah, the Jets just draft bad. Geno Smith's like the anomaly as far as like going somewhere else and actually doing something because the Jets just draft horribly wrong. Oh, my goodness.
But, yeah, that's it's crazy how that works. And don't forget, I'm in the era of when Shaq had his first college card, and I can't remember. They were called Classic. And, we all bought those. And
Hardaway after that.
All of those. And
Grant Hill.
Yeah,
that's
all of
that
those
time
guys.
period right there.
And
if you're a Kentucky basketball fan, oh, my God, you have so many, players and all that you could talk about for Kentucky.
Yeah, there's all of those guys for sure. But either way,
let me ask one question. What is baseball wax?
What is baseball wax?
Yeah, what is that?
It's a wax pack.
It's a wax pack?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why the okay?
So packs were originally made out of wax paper because it was really cheap, and they were sealed on the back with like a cheap adhesive glue. So long-term dealers, that's what it was always referred to as wax. That meant your wax packs, whereas you had like the ones they sold in the grocery store that were sort of cellophane and had like 3 packs hanging together, and those were your rack packs. Your cello packs were like the jumbos that were in the clear cellophane. You could see the top and bottom card. But your traditional pack that had like the Topps logo, Donruss logo, was a wax pack. So dealers and all that have been in it for a long time, they still refer to like the boxes as wax. When they'll say, oh, yeah, we got a bunch of wax coming in this week. That's what they're talking about, is boxes. Whether they're hobby boxes, mega boxes, whatever, they refer to it still as wax.
Well, that's awesome. Well, I'll tell you what, Aaron, what we're going to do is before too long, we're going to have you bring in a old pack of wax, and we're going to make Jeff chew the gum in the packs from, say, the 80s or something, if you still got some of those, and see if there's any flavor left in that gum, if that's okay.
I mean, I've never actually owned football cards. I've only owned baseball and basketball cards, and I just wasn't in collecting, and so I got rid of them. And I had Robert Ory. I don't know if you remember him from Houston Rockets.
Yeah, from Alabama. Yeah.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. I had a bunch of good ones from the 90s and everything. But the baseball cards are all in the 80s, like Eddie Murray.
Yeah.
But they weren't like rookie cards. They were like 3rd, 5th year in. You know what I mean? They already had the stats of what they've already done in the pros.
Yeah, they overpopulated the Aaron has told us that many times. He's broken my heart several times about that. So we all still have to work. We can't just live off our baseball cards from the 80s.
Yep.
But either way, Aaron, thank you so much for being here. Tell everybody where you are and what you got going on this weekend.
Yeah. So we are at 752 West 23rd Street, Stanford Station. That's by Academy Sports Sweet Frog Yogurt. You can catch us at Instant Replay, sportscards.com. Our events, man, this week, we got a full lineup. We got Kids Night on Friday night. We got breaks in store at noon on Saturday. We have, what do we got? It's Halloween weekend. We have Pokemon League play every Wednesday night, 6 o'clock. We got another Pokemon event coming up for the kids, I think, Saturday night. It's going to be an action-packed weekend and beyond. So you guys come out and see us, and, take care. Be safe out there.
All right. Aaron from Instant Replay Sports. We appreciate it, Aaron. We'll talk to you next week. And when we come back, we are going to dive into more of the NFL, and you don't want to miss the top of the hour. You're listening to the Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson at 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Taking your hot takes, rants, and takedowns. Let's hear it on the Red 7T studio line. 850-215-6290. Your home for the NFL. ESPN Northwest Florida.
Coming up on Thursday Night Football, Tua and your Miami Dolphins host the Baltimore Ravens.
Throws caught, touchdown! Malik Washington got the laser!
Coverage starts at 6:30, kickoff at 7:15 on your spot for the NFL on the Gulf Coast. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
All residential and commercial projects from start to finish, Wheelhouse is ready to help. From the moment you have the thought to build to the moment you step through the front door of your finished project, Wheelhouse Consulting and Engineering will walk you through all of your aspirations. Engineering, site plans, live architectural design, construction, 3D rendering, permits, and more. Wheelhouse Consulting and Engineering, 850-896-6597. That's 850-896-6597. And online at wheelhousedba.com.
With over 4 decades in business, Instant Replay Sports Cards is happy to take your collection to the next level. All new hobby boxes, signed memorabilia, and supplies. New and vintage cards and Pokemon. Buy, sell, and trade. They're an authorized source for Topps, Panini, Upper Deck, and League cards. Instant Replay Sports Cards inside the Stanford Station on 23rd Street next to Academy Sports. Come see the bigger store and the larger inventory, or visit online, instantReplaySportsCards.com.
Hi folks, it's Tracy with Tracy's Fine Jewelry and Coin and Bullion Reserves. Did you know that we do more than just sell some of the finest jewelry in town? We can engrave on your wedding band, locket, Yeti cup, or almost anything. Need your watch battery changed? We can do that too. Our expert will even evaluate your coin collection. And of course, we always pay top dollar for your old gold and silver jewelry. See, there's a lot more to Tracy's Fine Jewelry than a lot of pretty sparkly things. Come and see us today at Tracy's Fine Jewelry.
Big Brothers Big Sisters of Northwest Florida is asking men to step up. So many boys are in need of a positive role model. If you can spend a little time each month doing something simple like tossing a football or grabbing lunch, you can change a life. Call 850-433-KIDS or visit BeTheBig.org to become a Big Brother today.
Now, we're live and local inside the CBC Construction Studios. If you have a problem with our hot takes, call us and say it to our face.
10 years from now, I'll be making a difference in this world while you'll be sitting there getting your diaper changed by your nurse.
The Sports Blitz is on the air. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Welcome back. You're listening to the Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson here at 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. So glad to have you on this beautiful Wednesday here in the Panhandle. Don't forget, you can call in, you can text in on the Red 70s phone line, 850-215-6290. You know, we talked about it a little bit before we had Aaron on, and we talked about baseball. We were talking about whether or not these Dodgers were going to do anything, and or were the Blue Jays going to make this big upset. Now, we talked about it yesterday. It's not one of the hugest, upsets if it were to happen. But do you still feel like the Dodgers are still the team to beat, even though they lost last night with Shohei pitching? I mean, are you on the Dodger train? Like, for sure they ain't no pulling you off?
I mean, not 100%, but yeah. But because I'm not one of those people like, what have you done for me lately type thing. They lost one game in a row. Wow. Yeah. The life is not over with. It's just 2-2. We're right back to 0-0 or 1-1 like we've been tied the whole time, pretty much. Have the Blue Jays led in this series?
Yeah, the first game.
The first game. That was it.
Yeah.
And then the Dodgers won back-to-back.
So the
Blue Jays have not won back-to-back yet.
Right. So we're old people. We're old.
Yeah.
And we like what? What do we like about baseball? Batting average.
Yeah.
Right? We like
and
batting
home
average.
runs and
we
RBIs.
like home runs and RBIs. But can I tell you that 4 of the 5 highest batting averages from both teams, 4 are from the Toronto Blue Jays.
What? No way.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so the top 4 of batting averages from the Blue Jays.
Wow.
So, yeah, what do you think about that? Is that changing you a little bit? Am I pushing you closer to the edge to jump off the Dodger train?
Small ball when they just kind of move them around the bases and everything?
Yeah, I mean, you got small ball when you're talking about bunting, moving runner to second base, that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Hit behind the runner. That's really what small ball is.
Sounds like a scheme to me. They won 6-2. I mean, it was not 4-3, like close. 6-2 is a good little a bit.
Yeah, but I mean, everybody.
And the other one was an extra inning, so it could have gone either way.
Right. I mean, we could be looking at 3-1 had they won the big game the other night. Yeah. So,
and then we would totally be like, oh, well, I guess the Dodgers lost this one because 3-1's almost impossible.
It's so hard to repeat, though. I mean, with this Dodger team, if they beat Toronto, so they beat the Yankees last year, which inevitably was the best team in the American League. And then this year, I mean, we can say that Toronto, for the most part, throughout the whole year, except for the beginning before the All-Star break, the Detroit Tigers were the best team in baseball.
The Brewers looking good.
The Brewers look good all year, too, but like, I don't know, which I remember Brian was here, you were there, and when I said the Toronto Blue Jays, both of y'all looked at me like I had bumped my head. But they were pretty consistent all through the year.
I don't think I was dismissing you like that. I don't know what Brian was doing, but I know I was kind of like, well, you know, I see the record. Do I know the stars? No, I don't know the players. That's the problem, is that, you know, you have teams that win because they don't have all the big names. And the Dodgers have 3 of them, you know, they're huge.
Yeah.
You know, absolutely huge.
I saw something the other day, and it's going to hurt my heart to say, but it said that one day, whenever Freddie Freeman does retire, he will retire as a Dodger.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Brave.
No. I mean, especially if they win it this time and he does anything close to what he done the other night with hitting the walk-off. Yeah. Because last year he was the guy. He was hitting all the home runs, walking them off and all that. So it's going to hurt my heart to know that Freddie Freeman is going to be a Dodger when he's in the Hall of Fame, because realistically he should still be a Brave because of all the stuff that happened with him getting double-crossed by his agent and all of that.
I mean, Alex Bregman, you know, he was a great Astro. You know, he goes somewhere else. He went to the Red Sox, right?
Yeah, he went to the Red Sox.
And then you just hate to see him like win worse, you know, where you feel like he doesn't belong, because the Astros couldn't just keep all their star players together because it wasn't in the cards like
It's
that.
crazy because they really did have a bunch of stars. The Astros really did, because George Springer, who plays with Toronto, which is one of their stars, he hit the home run in the first game. He's from the Astros. And so you're not, James, what do you think? Are you leaning, did that win last night lean you towards Toronto, or are you still saying the Dodgers are going to win for sure?
It's a tough one, but if the Dodgers can stay away from their bullpen as much as possible, I like them a lot. My big question mark on the whole series, though, is the Dodgers with their bullpen, because that's just the weakest unit out of, if you take both teams and you take all the units that they have, the absolutely weakest unit, and it's a very weak unit, is that Dodger bullpen. Now, when they moved Sasaki out to be the closer, that helped out a lot. And with Yamamoto taking game 2 all the way to 9 innings, if we're going to talk about being old school baseball fans, how often do you see a complete game nowadays? Never. So if they can keep that bullpen off, I like the Dodgers.
He came in the other night, or went to the bullpen the night that they went 18 innings.
Yeah, he was warming up on that 18th inning game. Didn't make it out, to the game.
Right.
So it was over before that. But, yeah, he was out there stretching.
I mean, that's amazing. He pitched the game before, and went complete game. And he's still coming out there. I mean, obviously, but when we talk to some of the guys, the professionals, about arm care, and obviously we've had more Tommy John than we ever have. We've talked about how bad it is for kids to throw so hard, so young, so early. But when you become an adult and being able to have a fresh arm, that's a big thing. If you didn't use up your arm as a kid, like most of the American kids are doing right now, they didn't do that in Japan. They took time and they took more care of their athletes' arms.
I mean, they even do that now in Japan. They have a 6-man rotation and they only play 6 days a week. Every Monday is off.
Yeah.
And you know what day you will pitch. You know you're the Monday pitcher. You know you're the Tuesday pitcher. You know you're the Friday pitcher. They do the same in Korea. They don't have as many problems with the ulnar nerve over there. Maybe we should look into this.
I wonder why baseball has been Asia's other sport. You know what I mean? Like a big sport like that.
We spread it over there after the war.
Yeah, after the war, we went over with it. Yeah, and it's a great game. I know a lot of people, they're like, oh, baseball's boring, it's slow, and blah, blah, blah. But really, when you start really getting into it, it's really good. And I'll tell you this, watching little kids, it is fun. I mean, when you're watching good baseball, I'm not saying like just the kids that are out there for ice cream, but the ones that are actually out there trying to, get old when they become 11, 12 years old and they're actually out there knowing what they're doing and all that.
But my kids would check out 5th and 6th inning and they're done. They're like, are we going home now? It's like, we haven't gotten the 7th inning stretch.
Yeah.
I'm like, could you just like wait till the 7th inning stretch at least, you know?
I was keeping my own scorebook by the time I was 12.
Yeah.
Yeah, some people are crazy and weird like us, James, and some people aren't because...
I mean, it helps out as you play. And my daughters never played baseball, softball. They never did. Ever.
And that's the deal. Yeah.
And in the soccer, same deal. I didn't play soccer. It conflicted with track season, so I did not do it. I was not doubling up on 2 different sports at the same time.
But, I mean, that's how people are, though. What you would watch and what you would listen to or any of that kind of stuff really means if you played for the most part, unless you're just an avid sports fan.
Yeah.
And that's the only way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even some of the people, that I've talked to about the show, they're like, oh, well, you were talking about baseball. I don't know nothing about baseball, so I turned it off.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
Oh,
It's like,
I guarantee you there's people out there like that.
Yeah,
they're like, we're in the middle of football season. Look at how exciting it is,
Right. And it is, but you can't just,
it's the World Series.
You have to talk about other stuff. Yeah, it's the number one.
And all these other things where they do showcases where, I don't know, the Caribbean plays America or Canada plays the United States and all that. In baseball, I'm like, forget all that stuff. I'm not into that.
Yeah.
And I'm not a soccer fan, so you can count me out there.
Yeah, and that's the thing.
Yeah.
it is what it is, but we got to talk about the World Series. We have to.
So I would say, before the whole thing started up, I said, Dodgers in 6.
Yeah.
Now I'm probably going down to about maybe 35-40% chance of that happening.
I still think it can happen. 2 games, win tonight, and then win on Saturday. So either way, we're going to take our break, and when we come back, we're going to talk about college football. You don't want to miss it. We got some trivia for Jeffrey, see how smart he really is. You're listening to the Sports Blitz at 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Call in now.
This is Touchstone service.
The Red 70s studio line is open.
Demonstrate how to make a call with your dial telephone.
850-215-6290. You've read the headlines. You've seen the highlights.
Highway robbery!
But how about the unfiltered truth?
Steroid era, you can like it, love it, hate it, whatever. It's a baseball.
Since 2017, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida has been the undisputed leader for sports coverage on the Panhandle. If it matters in sports, it matters to us, and it matters to you. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good afternoon. This is Joanna with your latest forecast on ESPN Northwest Florida. The rest of the day, mostly sunny and a temperature of 70 with wind 20 to 25 miles per hour out of the west. Mostly clear skies tonight, a moderate breeze and a little chilly near 56. Mostly sunny and 66 tomorrow. 67 and sunshine with a gentle breeze Friday. Saturday sunshine and a temperature about the same at 70. This is your Wednesday's weather brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for keeping that dial at ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
So you've heard the saying that if you love your job, you'll never have to work? Well, it's true.
I've worked for Brock Lawn and Pest Control for many years. The commitment to the needs of customers
and their commitment to each employee makes Brock a company I'm very proud to be a part of.
Brock's core values are also mine. Give people more than they expect and always honor your promises.
This isn't a job, it's a service to help people live a healthier lifestyle.
Brock Lawn and Pest Control, our family protecting your family.
WGSX Lynn Haven, WVLQ Port St. John. Powered by Panama City Toyota, ESPN Northwest Florida.
We're proud to bring you the most popular cars in the world, like the stylish Camry and the sporty Corolla. Get award-winning style and 1.99% APR on a new Camry, named the best new model by Kelley Blue Book. Plus, you get 90 days until you make your first payment. Curb appeal comes standard on the new Corolla. Designed to wow from the inside out. Get 3.49% APR plus 90 days until your first payment. Panama City Toyota, your Camry and Corolla headquarters.
Offers end November 3rd. Visit PanamaCityToyota.com for details.
Broadcasting from the CBC Construction Studios. The phone lines are open, the opinions are flowing, and the arguments are just getting started.
You cannot give LSU extra opportunities. With just one loss, they can sneak in there.
They're playing championship football.
The Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson is back, and we're putting you in the game.
He has not turned the ball over.
104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
The sound. It's 5 o'clock on this Wednesday. You made it through the hump day. You got 2 more days left until the weekend, baby. But we still gotta roll with it. Here we are on this Wednesday. Don't forget, you can call in, you can text in on the Red 70s phone line, 850-215-6290. The Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson. Got Jeffrey here, got Jam and Jimmy in the one running the ones and the twos, and we're pumped up about it. Now, we do have somebody on the Red 70s phone line. We're going to go ahead and take that call. Edward, are you there with me, my friend?
Hey, what's going on, y'all, man?
Hey, buddy, how are you doing, man? What do you think?
Dude, we played like crap last night, man.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the Dodgers.
Let's be real.
Yep. They did not do what they needed to do.
Yep. Let's keep it 100, man. You know, like, you can be a fan of a team, but you can also call them out for what they're doing right and what they're doing wrong. And there was no real, I wouldn't say accountability, but it didn't look like the Dodgers we've been seeing.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see you saying that. And it, you know, obviously, you can't be perfect every night. I mean, what Shohei did the other night, he was 0 for 3 last night with a walk. And, you know, it just seemed like they were just off their game. I would say that would be the case.
And you can't blame saying, hey, we played 18 innings, you know, we're tired and exhausted. You know what I mean? Like, we all bust our butt. We all work extra hours of work, and when we still got to go back at it the next day, too, you know?
That's right. That's right. Yeah. I mean, and you know how people are. They're going to say, well, those millionaires, they don't know what it means to go out and work. Well, that was pretty tough.
Yeah, the Blue Jays played that same 18 innings.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. They're human, too, you know?
So the question is do you still see the Dodgers in 6? That's the question.
I see the winner of tonight's game winning the World Series.
Well, it's probably going to be the Dodgers because the Blue Jays have not won back-to-back games, and Chris Snell has been pretty lights out. They did beat him already, but I just think Chris Snell's probably going to throw a gem tonight.
Wait, just because Crawford hasn't won two games back-to-back, that's like saying, you know, honestly, man, that's like a dead clock. A dead clock is correct twice a day. You know, things can happen.
That's
you
right.
quote me on that one. A dead clock is correct twice a day. So things do happen. So, but I will say personally, Game 6, let's not quite think about that right now, but let's think about one game at a time possibly, and let's get to 3-2 right now. How's that sound?
There you go. That sounds good, Edward. Well, man, we sure do appreciate you calling in, and you know, you didn't have to sweep the house because they didn't win in a sweep. We know that.
Oh, I still got you. Don't worry about that.
That's right. All
Y'all
right.
take it easy, guys.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Edward. I appreciate the call. And he brings a good point. I mean, just take them one game at a time. You better start being that way. You better not worry about getting, you know, winning more than one. So it's really good.
And I'm not sure basketball can get a little inconsistent at times, especially during the regular season.
Yeah.
But the top seeds have traditionally won in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Baseball, a little bit more sporadic in the playoffs, I think, than basketball.
It's more matchup than it is.
Well, yeah, that's true.
And
because the pitching and the batting and who's better at one of them might carry them through.
Yeah, so, I mean, that's
so you saying that it's hard to repeat.
It is. In anything.
It is.
It's hard to repeat in anything.
It's harder in college baseball because the inconsistent roster where pro, at least, you know, you have consistency in contracts.
I'd say college basketball is the hardest to repeat in.
And Connecticut did it recently.
Yeah.
And then I'm trying to think of it's been a hot minute before somebody's actually repeated. Florida Gators in 2008.
Yeah.
They repeated.
Yeah, that group was special.
But that first year, they weren't supposed to do it.
I don't see it happening anymore.
What?
With the NIL. Yep. I just I see it's going to change
I don't know. These guys are staying because guess what? They're getting paid. So I'm going to disagree on that one.
They're going somewhere else
I'm going to tell you, I'm a double down on that thing. It's going to happen in the next 12 years.
Okay.
College basketball will have a repeater.
In 12 years, not 5, right? 12.
In 12 years, in the next 12 years, there will be a repeater in college basketball.
You know, at your age, I hope you're still around before we can do that. Oh, no. But either way, so let me ask you this. All right, so we're going to start it out with, do you know, as far as for college football, do you realize that there are only 4 teams in college football right now that has only given up 25 points or less in college football? Did you know that?
Like every game that they played has been 25 or less.
Or
points.
less.
Every single game.
Every single game. And that is crazy.
Well,
now,
Ohio State's one of them.
Okay, so you got Ohio State as being one. That is correct. Yeah. Ohio State is one of them.
I'm going to guess another one.
Okay.
Navy.
Navy is not one of them.
Oh, man.
No.
I thought that was a sure bet.
Yeah, no. No, what? It is not. Navy has not. No.
Wow. Does, James, you want to get on this? One...
he doesn't know.
He can't get on it. Shoot. I mean, I know Oregon's allowed. Indiana. I'm going to say Indiana.
Indiana is on the list. So you got 2 out of the 4.
Yeah.
It's going to be a little bit harder for these last 3 or last 2. I believe the one is probably going to be the hardest. I think you'll probably get one of them, but the last one is going to be the hardest.
Shoot. It's not Miami. I know that. Houston.
Houston is not on the list.
Dang it.
So when you look at it, why would you say Miami's not on the list?
Well, let's see. They allowed 22 to Florida State, and then they lost to Louisville. I can't remember what the score was, though. Why am I thinking it was in the 30s?
Yeah, because it was not in the 30s. It was not. Miami is on the list. Yeah, so Miami's you got the 3. You got Ohio State, you got Indiana, and you got Miami.
And then the last one's the hard one.
The last one is probably the hardest because you just probably don't think them because they don't have a winning record.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah,
that's insane. It can't be Iowa.
Nope.
I don't have a winning record.
No.
And their defense is that stout?
Yeah.
Is it Power 4 or Group of 5 team?
Power 4.
Power 4?
Yeah.
And it can't be Colorado. They just got crushed.
Nope.
My goodness. Well, I mean, who has a losing record? I'm just trying to think around. Kansas.
Nope. It's not Kansas. In the SEC.
Oh, it's an SEC?
Yeah, it's an SEC team.
Mississippi State?
Nope.
No, because they allowed a bunch of points.
Yep.
That's true. A loser?
Yeah.
It's not South Carolina. I know that for a fact. That's awful.
Arkansas?
Nope.
No,
it's not Arkansas.
Kentucky.
Nope, it's not Kentucky.
Dang it. Who we got left that's a loser in SEC? Florida.
Nope, it's not Florida.
Kentucky's not giving up 25 points? I mean, we're scraping barrel here.
No.
A loser? It's Auburn.
It's Auburn.
Dang.
It is Auburn. Yep.
Oh, that's true.
Yep. Ohio State, Indiana, Miami, and Auburn have all had under every game 25 points given up. So that lets you know, I mean, really, when you look at Auburn, like their offense, no wonder Hugh Freeze is looking for a quarterback. No wonder he opened the quarterback position open for a battle now. They
haven't fired their offensive coordinator.
No, do you think, I mean, when we watched a lot of football early on as far as going through and watching their practices. And I don't know if you remember it or not. He would just get so mad at Jackson Arnold for missing throws, missing reads, and all of that, even to the point of throwing his hat. But when you look at it, now he's got the competition open. Do you think it turns around the Auburn Tigers, or do you think that with that, does it make Jackson Arnold play better, or does it get this new guy the opportunity to play?
It gives a new guy to rally the team around him to turn the season around. And I said that Arkansas game was the must win because they must get to that 6-6 to get to a bowl game.
Yeah.
And that's what I see for this team.
You cannot win college football if you don't have a good quarterback. Not anymore. It doesn't work that way. You can't just have a good running game. You can't just have a good defense because Auburn has those things. You've got to have a good quarterback. A quarterback is going to be, it's quarterback or nothing. And that's why it's crazy to see all of these guys that are 5-stars go in and you're thinking, man, this guy, when you watch him as a high school film, it shows you the different game that it is. Yes, you've got stars that come out and play. Your Jeremiah Smiths, your Ryan Williams that come out and they play and they're dominant in their appearance and their performances. But, man, it is so hard to find. I mean, look at what Tebow did. I know we're bringing up old school quarterbacks, but, you know, when he was a freshman, all of these guys that come in, it's hard to start right off the bat.
I think the worst quarterback that pops into my mind, and it's so long ago, is like 29 years ago, is Eric Crouch for Nebraska. He was just awful. If you looked at his stats, you're like, how'd this guy win the Heisman? He was just the best. He was a really good player on the best team.
Yeah.
And that's all it was. LSU won in 03 with Matt Flynn. He was a good player. He was not great, though, at all.
Well, I mean, even him, look at what happened with him. He was good in the pros and then signed the big contract with Seattle. And then they had drafted Russell Wilson in the 5th round, and Russell Wilson during camp beat him out of the position.
Yeah.
They were paying him more money.
He wasn't that good
Russell.
at the Packers first, though. I didn't think.
I mean, he come in for an Aaron Rodgers team that was stacked and loaded, and he got Matt Castled on them. Happened.
That 1 year.
Yeah, come in and do really good.
Garoppolo.
Make all the money.
Garoppolo, same kind of deal. But
same deal.
Yeah.
And that's what Brady did with those teams. He made those other quarterbacks because they had such a great system. Those guys looked really good.
The defense was good. You know, Belichick. It's sad to see Belichick kind of fizzle away like he has been.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's still with Belichick and how everything goes with them. I just really don't understand it. Now, let's do what we always do. Let's talk about most watched college football games over the weekend. Now, James, you're going to get on board with this one. You're going to see what you think. You got to know what games are. So give me the number one game, James. I'm going to let you skip Jeff since you're younger than him and give us the number one game through this past weekend that was watched.
Ole Miss, Oklahoma.
Ole Miss, Oklahoma checks in at number 3. They had 6.6 million viewers for that one. All right, Jeffrey, what you got?
Bama, South Carolina.
Bama, South Carolina takes the top spot, 7.8 million views. That was a heavily watched game for a South Carolina team that really is not that good.
But they got that lead, 15-14 and then 22-14.
Right.
And that made drama at the end.
Let me ask y'all this real quick. Let's step away from our contest real quick, because when you look at South Carolina's record and then you look at a team like, I don't know, Iowa, Minnesota, something like that, and you see an Ohio State team like obliterate a 4-4 team in the Big Ten.
Yeah.
And then you see Alabama struggle with a 4-4 team or whatever.
Yeah, I don't think South Carolina was even 4-4. They weren't even that good.
Right, but what I'm saying is
they lost to Vandy and Missouri.
If you look at it, they always bring that into the table, and they're like, "Oh no, they're the same."
No, they're
are
not. No, they're not. Even when we're trying to evaluate comparisons on the conference, like let's say Bama is Indiana. You know, you're trying to do tit for tat. You know, Texas A&M is Ohio State. You know, well then you get down to it and you're like, okay, Arkansas is Minnesota. No, Arkansas would crush Minnesota because that's the equivalent. If you're taking, 1 versus 1, 2 versus 2,
right?
You get on down to like number 13, and you're like, oh my God, Arkansas would kill Minnesota. Minnesota would have no shot in the world winning against Arkansas. They would kill them. And then LSU is like a 9. Think about that. That's mind blowing.
Yeah.
LSU goes to the Big Ten. They're 4th this year. This year with no offense.
And that's but let me push against you. I'm going to be advocate on this one.
Okay.
They say, oh, yeah, but when they play in their bowl games, they win or lose. Oh, well, Michigan beat Alabama. Yeah, but that was an Alabama team that They're national championship or playoff or bust. They don't. I don't say that they don't want to win, but it's not the same.
Oh yeah. Well, guess what? Guess what Brian Kelly's record at LSU in bowls is? 3-0. Guess how bad they beat Purdue? 63-7. It was tied for the biggest bowl win in history. And guess where Purdue is? The Big Ten.
Yeah.
And you know what? That record 2 days later got broken because Georgia killed TCU in the national championship 2 days later, and that is the new record. Tell me, does the Big Ten have any of those records? Like, did LSU tie like a record that was made by the Big Ten? No. The big blowouts in bowl games have been SEC or other conferences.
Well, what about their pushback that says Ohio State won last year, Michigan won the year before?
2 years in a row. Okay.
So 2 years in a row.
Yeah. And then before that, it was 2014, Ohio State. And before that, it was 2002 or 2001 when Miami Hurricanes lost to Ohio State.
Yeah.
And that's it. This whole millennium of 24 national championships, we'll say, because we won't count 2000. You have four in this whole century. Bama's got 6 in this whole century. LSU's got 3. Auburn's got 1. Florida's got 2. I mean, these are multiple teams.
Georgia's got 2.
Georgia's got 2. There you go.
Yeah.
Boom.
So, I mean, and that's clear domination when you look at it. And when you look at these playoffs, too, the way it was set up, I mean, can we say that Oregon was one of the best teams in the country? They were the number 1 team almost all year. Yeah, so they were. But when Ohio State played them, they've already played them once. So and then you talk about, well, Ohio State beat Texas, and it's just like, but it's just not the same getting ready for one game as it is having to play week in, week out against teams that's played you before. And know how to play you. And the talent level, they can say what they want. It's not the same. It's not even close.
Yeah, but that Ohio State team was riding on top for a month straight. They killed Tennessee in the first round. Absolutely killed them. And then they beat, I think they beat Oregon first, and then they played Texas. And that Texas team, it wasn't the quarterback play. They had a whole team last year. Texas, we looked past them because they didn't play that tough of a schedule last year. They lost to Georgia twice. Georgia got banged up, so they weren't going to be in the scenario in the playoffs. And then they beat a Notre Dame team that was actually playing very well at the time. So Ohio State deserved it last year.
Yeah, they did.
No doubt. For the whole month of January, they were the best team.
Yeah, they were the best team for sure.
And Michigan, all the talking about the cheating and all that, they were the team. They were on top at the end. And then the year before that, when TCU upset Michigan in the semis, they got outplayed. It was just a one day where Michigan dropped to TCU. But I tell you what, Michigan turns around, and the next week they would have got beat by Georgia. That's for sure.
Yeah, let me ask you this, though. When you look at that Michigan team that won it, and they beat Alabama with the last second, we did a dive with Jalen Milroe.
Yeah.
Do you think playing 10 games, and I know we don't play 10 games, but just for the sake of it, do you think they would have won 6 out of the 10, or do you think it would have been 50-50, or do you think Alabama would have beat them more than they beat? Because to me, Michigan wasn't the clear-cut like Ohio State was last year. Ohio State was the clear-cut best football team in the country, and I'll give them that, as bad as I hate to say it.
I hate to just give Harbaugh the credit, but I think Bama could have won 6 out of 10. But then in the same instance, things happen, turnovers and everything that could happen. Michigan could have won in 6 out of 10 also. I don't think it's that visible that you can really say exactly how many out of 10, but I think it'd be really close. Those two teams were very evenly matched. And Michigan played Washington in the final. And that Washington team wasn't bad.
Yeah. And that was Kalen DeBoer, coaching them and Ryan Grubb. So, I mean, that's... because
they had Oduni or whatever the wide receiver was.
Yeah.
Odunze, yeah. And that guy was a stud.
Yeah. And I mean, Penix could throw the ball. He was a good quarterback in college.
He was a good quarterback in college. Now we're looking at him at Atlanta thinking, is this guy going to pan out? We don't know.
I do know.
I don't think so. Nothing, right?
No. Wow. Not really. No. Okay. Not to me.
Not an average.
No.
An average
I mean, he might be there for a little while just to see if he can do it, but I just don't see him being anything. But either way, we're going to take our break. When we come back, we're going to dive more into this college football season. You're listening to the Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson at 104.3 ESPN, Northwest Florida.
Get in the game. Call or text us now on the Red 7 T studio line. 850-215-6290. Mornings on ESPN Northwest Florida just got unsportsmanlike.
This is going to be a very expensive hiring cycle because I don't know that there are enough high-profile coaches that fit the mold of what those universities are looking for. When I say those universities, I'm talking about Penn State. I'm talking about Florida. And now we're talking about LSU. There's only one Lane Kiffin. He can't be the guy for all of those job vacancies.
Evan Canty and Michelle. Weekdays 5 to 7 on ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good evening. This is Joanna on ESPN Northwest Florida with your weather forecast on this Wednesday. Clear tonight with a moderate breeze at 14 miles per hour coming out of the west-northwest and temps near 56. Tomorrow morning we will have sunshine and a wind speed of 16 miles per hour and be cool at 62. Sunny in the afternoon and evening and a high 66 with a moderate breeze. Sunshine Friday with a temp of 67. This forecast is sponsored by Mid-South Lumber, the best little lumber yard in Panama City. Thank you for tuning into ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Keep the adventure going this holiday season in a new Kia from Bill Bird Kia. Bill Bird Kia now offering 0% APR for up to 48 months plus a $500 APR bonus on the purchase of a new 2025 Kia Sorento during the big fall savings event going on now. You'll get the perfect balance of comfort, safety, and technology. It's the best family SUV with third-row seating space, providing extra comfort for the entire family. Bill Bird Kia, the home of that 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty. Stop by and see us at 2435 East 15th Street or anytime at BillBirdKiaPanamaCity.com. Offer from Kia Finance America for the purchase of a new 2025 Kia S and LX models. $20.83 per month per $1,000 financed in 48 months. Quantities limited. $500 APR bonus is applied as down payment and no cash value cannot be combined with other finance offers. Not available on balloon financing. The 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty is a Bill Bird Kia warranty. See dealer for complete details. Offer for well-qualified buyers must take delivery from dealer stock through 11/3/25.
Want to do something meaningful without overhauling your schedule? Become a big brother or big sister. It's simple. Hang out, listen, be present. Right now, over 300 children in Northwest Florida are waiting for someone like you. Call 850-433-KIDS or visit BeTheBig.org to learn how you can help shape a child's future today.
Transmitting from the CBC Construction Studio. This is where heroes are created, legends are born, and dynasties forged. The Sports Talk Master, ESPN Northwest Florida. Now back to the Sports Blitz.
Welcome back. You're listening to the Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson here at 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Don't forget, you can call in. You can text in on the Red 7T's phone line, 850-215-6290. You know, when we talk about these games, first of all, I want to say normally we do have sitting in this chair on Wednesday, touching the chair, Brandon, Tennessee Brandon. But you know what? Tennessee Brandon's not here today. Do you know why, Jeffrey? Because we've moved him to Friday for this week. Do you know why? Do you know what Friday is?
Payday?
It is payday probably for some people, but it is Halloween. And so we are going to be dressing up on Halloween right here. So you're going to see Jeffrey in his Halloween costume. You're going to see me in my costume. Tennessee Brandon is coming to guest for that as well in his costume. And don't forget, Chris Hobbzilla will be in the house, and he will be in his costume as well. So we're going to be costumed out on Friday.
I told my girlfriend we can go out of town, and I'd skip the Friday.
Oh, no.
I know.
Girlfriend, if you're listening, you're probably not. But if you are, we got to change plans. He's going to take you to Ferrucci's for a great, nice dinner. Or he's going to take you over and get you a $9 seat at the Tallahassee, Florida State, Wake Forest game.
Wake Forest game Saturday night.
That's right.
Oh, no, it's not Saturday.
Saturday
night.
It's daytime.
It's daytime. Okay.
Okay, so for the sake of time, because I want to get into some of this college football news that's just hit, just want to tell you, A&M and LSU was number 2 at 6.8 million. Michigan and Michigan State was 3.6 million, number 4 on the list.
And it was a 10-point win.
Yeah.
It wasn't even down to the wire.
Yep. So
and they led for more than that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Missouri and Vanderbilt come in at 5th with 3.1 million. You would have never suggested to me 5 years ago that the top 5 watched games would have been Vanderbilt and Missouri. Yes.
5th? That's crazy.
Yep. UCLA and Indiana was 3 million at 6.
Okay. And that was a blowout.
Yeah. And then BYU and Iowa State, 2.6 million to round
That's
out
a little surprising.
the top 7.
I mean, BYU is winning, and Iowa State was an upset alert.
Yeah.
And a lot of people were not thinking about it or watching it. But, you know.
Yeah. So either way, let's talk about this. We haven't gotten to talk about it a lot. We talked about it a little bit on Monday. But the LSU coaching job. Now, breaking news earlier today, there was an interview with none other than Coach O. And they said, Coach O, would you go back to LSU? And in his words, he said, all they got to do is give me a phone call, and I'll be right in my truck, and I'll come right on back to Baton Rouge. Go Tigers.
Yeah. I bet you he's got a fancy truck.
You think so?
Oh, yeah. He's from Don the Bayou, you know. They talk like this.
Is that how?
Yeah.
He really is from the place.
Oh, yeah. He's from Cutoff.
Yeah.
Cutoff. We're from Lafourche Parish.
Yeah, cut off from the entire world.
Exactly. Yeah. He played at, I think he played at South Lafourche or Central Lafourche. Guess who he played with?
Tell me.
Bobby Hebert.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So let me ask you this. Is Coach O an actual option?
No.
Not at all.
No.
I mean, would you even...
It's like an ex-girlfriend. You've been there. You've done that. You dumped that girl, and, you know, Coach O's a girl, and you dumped him.
Yeah, so he's out.
It's out.
There's no possible way that they would bring him back.
And somebody said something about, he could be a recruiting director. Because he's a good recruiter.
Yeah.
He was doing that at USC, you know. But they were paying players back then when Reggie Bush was there.
So no chance at all that Coach O. Now, the news has come in and said that the athletic director, what's his name?
Scott Woodward.
Scott Woodward would not be making the pick.
Well, they better fire him.
That Governor Landry,
this is athletic director.
Governor Landry has stepped in and said that they're putting together a panel to select their coach. Is that surprising to you that the governor of the state of Louisiana cares so much about the LSU Tigers that they have to take away the selection process from the AD?
It's surprising that, yes, that position, the governor would do that. But what's not surprising in that it's the idiot. I use the word idiot.
Wow.
Jeff Landry. Because you know why? His nose must be so huge because he sticks it in everybody else's business. And you might think that this is okay, but I have friends that will disagree because he tells people like public schools, and this might be something you might like and say, oh, I'm for that. He was for putting in the 10 Commandments into every public school classroom.
Mm-hmm. And a lot of people would agree with that.
And, you know, I'm not saying Louisiana's Bible Belt for the most part, and then I always say New Orleans like the hole in the Bible Belt, you know. But I have friends that are teachers, and they're like, listen, don't tell me what to do with my classroom. And you know, that's where he stuck his nose into other people's business. So my friends that are teachers kind of like, don't tell us what to do. And then the other thing was, now he wants to put Charlie Kirk's statue up on LSU's campus.
Is that true?
Guess who's never been to LSU?
But is that true, though, or is that just something online?
Oh, no. It's
true.
100% true. And Charlie Kirk is a very polarizing political figure, and he's not around us anymore. You know, I'm sorry.
Right.
But I mean, do we need more statues on LSU's campus? No. Has he ever visited Baton Rouge? No. Charlie Kirkwood had never been to Baton Rouge.
Can you name the college he graduated from?
Yes, I can. That's another thing. So at 2 different universities. He went to University of Louisiana Lafayette, which is where my daughter went. You're not an LSU grad. And he went to law school at Loyola University, which is a Catholic college, smaller than Tulane in New Orleans.
Right.
So you're not an LSU guy, and you're telling us what to do with our football team? I'm mad. Take your big nose and get it out of our business. Seriously.
No, I understand. I don't know if we've ever had a governor step into a college football program and say, hey,
not even George Wallace. Because Bear Bryant was, probably the coach back when George Wallace was in the 60s.
Yes.
Yeah, and Bear Bryant gets there and, he wasn't Bear Bryant yet because he wasn't winning all the titles. George Wallace didn't even do that.
And just
if Tommy Tuberville went to Alabama and told him, hey, I'm going to pick your next head coach, oh, my God, there'd be a revolt because he's an Auburn guy.
Right. And
Come on.
Yeah. Well, did Landry graduate from LSU?
Never went there.
So, okay. All right. So, okay.
So now you feel me?
Yeah, I feel you.
It's not an LSU guy. Get out.
It's not that I feel you. It's that you're scaring me.
I'm mad.
I can tell.
And you know what? You know what? Another stat?
Yeah.
Coach O never went to LSU.
Right. I knew that.
Yeah.
I knew that. Well, let me just say this, guys, just so that everybody understands. There's a little bit of a rule here in radio that you got to try to do, and sometimes I have to kind of teach some people some things that I learned. And hitting the table is not one of the things that you do because it makes a loud noise on the thing. So when you're listening to the radio and you hear the booms going on, it's Jeffrey hitting the table. So he's ticked off. So I've told him before, hey, don't do this and don't do that, but
I'm mad.
He's mad. And
he's not an LSU guy.
I don't know if I've ever seen you this aggravated about that. So that really is. And let me ask you this.
Tommy Tuberville goes to Alabama and says, I'm going to pick your next, your next head coach.
Yeah. Because you think that the people that he's saying is going to select the coach, you don't think they're going to be handpicked by him.
Yeah.
He's going to be the one that's
this mock trial that we're
So he's basically picking your coach is what he's saying. He's like, hey, I'm going to put these guys up. They're going to be the ones that select your
politics out of our football. And
that's what
show up to the game, wave at everybody.
Right.
This is a big social event because politics is a social event, right?
Right.
Also.
Yeah.
So I get that. But you're not us. You're not one of us. So get out.
Right. Wow.
Just saying. You share the town with us, Baton Rouge. It's the capital, and it's a school.
Yeah, no, I get you.
No.
Wow.
Tommy Tuberville's not picking the next Alabama coach.
No, I've never seen Jeff this mad. So this is really good for radio. So either way.
DeSantis, I don't know what school is he? I don't even know.
I don't either.
But he doesn't stick his nose in everybody's
But he's not going to come and say, this is going to be the next football coach at Florida, right? I don't think so.
Or Florida State.
Or Miami.
And that actually be the equivalent of it. Because Florida State is the capital. He lives there, right? And the Seminoles could be firing Norvell, I'm just saying.
Should be firing Norvell.
Yeah, and if he said, I'm going to pick the Seminoles next coach.
Right.
You'd be looking at him like, what?
No, you're not.
What are you doing? That's how crazy Louisiana is.
Yeah. Oh, well, that adds to the plot thickens, as we would say, in this deal. But let me ask you this. Frank Wilson has come out today, and he said that Garrett Nussmeier is the starting quarterback. But his words were that Michael Van Buren has a skill set that adds value to our football team that will be called upon. What does that sound like to you? Do you think it's going to be some playing time? Do you think they're going to have a couple of packages for him? Because he's really athletic. The kid looked good. Now, obviously, the game was already over. Texas A&M was already kind of taking their foot off the gas as far as the defensive side of the ball. But when you look at Michael Van Buren, do you think maybe this guy could possibly overtake it? Because you can't look at Garrett Nussmeier and tell me he's not hurt right now. He's hurt.
Yeah, and I think I'm past Nussmeier. I mean, we saw the hype before the season started. It was maybe top 5. Some people were saying maybe top 10.
Well, it's top 3. It was
in SEC.
Arch Manning, Lenore Sellers,
Cade
Klubnik, Garrett Nussmeier, and DJ Lagway were your top 5 guys that everybody was talking about. You wasn't hearing nothing about Pavia. You wasn't hearing nothing about Ty Simpson. All of these things.
None of the Big Ten quarterbacks we didn't know about.
Julian Mendoza, Moore out of Oregon.
Nobody was considered Miller Moss.
Nope. None of that. Carson Beck was
so we'll say he's number 4, number 5 preseason. And this team cannot score more than 25 points against a 1A school because they had that one game they played lower, Southeast Louisiana. I mean, come on.
You can't count that.
Can't count that.
No.
So that's it. And they got 25 points.
I mean, when you look at that,
and Van Buren scored a touchdown. And you can say whatever you want about being the end of the game and all that. You don't think those A&M guys are playing? No, they're out there playing. And Van Buren looked pretty good. And I say, just like this guy was, Frank Wilson is the interim coach.
Yeah.
Give him a try. Let's see what he can do and all that.
Whoa. What do you mean, give him a try?
Well, he's going to be coaching against Bama, Arkansas, Western Kentucky, and Oklahoma. He's got 4 games to coach.
So you're considering that if this guy was to go on a 4-game winning streak, he could possibly be your coach?
Yes. He's coached 2 times before. UTSA, Texas San Antonio, and McNeese State. He's been a coach before. He has the experience. If he beats Bama, you'll be like, wait, who is this? What is this guy doing? And then he beats Oklahoma at the end of the year? Yeah, give that guy the job. Because Coach O did that after they fired, who was the coach before that? Les Miles. Yeah. He did that at USC, but they didn't give him the job.
That's true.
When Lane Kiffin got fired.
That's true. I'm just
saying, 4-0, I'm considering this guy. Same thing with Van Buren. You give Van Buren 4 games to play, and he razzle-dazzles, oh, yeah, this guy's coming back for next year, and I'm all about him.
Yeah. I mean, it sounds good. It sounds really good.
Yeah. I'm hoping. I'm keeping the hope alive.
Yeah.
Because, dire straits, you lose 3 out of 4 games, which is what we've done.
Yeah.
And a lot of people give up. And I'm still watching.
Yeah.
If you take me to the Alabama game next week, I'll be watching really intently. Intently. I don't care if we're going to lose because we're probably going to lose. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
We're not going 4-0. Frank Wilson is not our next coach. But
Van Buren could be your quarterback.
He could be our quarterback. And let's say he puts 30 points up on the board. I'm liking him real good.
You have to look at him.
I mean, the only teams that have done that versus Alabama is Florida State scored 31. I don't remember what Georgia scored.
I don't either.
Yeah.
Either way. We are so glad for our sponsors, AutoNation Ford in Panama City. If you need parts for your vehicle, if you need service done for your vehicle, hey, maybe you want to put an accessory. Maybe you want to get a tonneau cover. Maybe you want to add some little flair. Maybe you want to add some things to your vehicle. Go over there and see those guys at AutoNation Ford in Panama City. They will take care of you. They will do it right and get you fixed up. Recommended Collision Center is the sponsor of the show. Brandon and those guys do an outstanding job. In vehicles, there's a deal where your creases, if you get your vehicle wrecked or something happens where you have to change your bumper or your fender or your hood or any of your body work being done, there's creases on the vehicle that need to be lined up. They don't need to be done by a shade tree body shop guy. Don't get your car painted under a tree. Get it done by the professionals. Recommended Collision Center on Jinx Avenue. Go see Brandon and those guys. Locally owned, locally operated. Make sure you go see them. The microphone sponsor of the week is KML Hauling. 850-247-5074. They're fast. They're local. They're reliable. They do junk removal. They do all kinds of stuff. They do dumpster rental as well. So say you got some project you're doing at your house and you've got a bunch of stuff that you don't want to put out by the street. Those guys will come take care of it. Or say you bought yourself a nice little piece of property, or maybe it's getting ready to be hunting season. You need some dozer work done. You need some clearing off so you can plant some seed, or you can plant some, where you can throw out put your blind up for hunting or whatever. But either way, give those guys a call at at KML Hauling, 850-247-5074. They're locally owned. They're locally operated. They'll give you a good price, especially if you mention the show. Just let them know because they'll do a good job for you. But when we come back, we're going to talk about the Heisman candidates and the playoff chances and the coaching carousels. You're listening to the Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson at 104.3 ESPN, Northwest Florida.
The Red 70s studio line is now open. 850-215-6290. ESPN Northwest Florida. Here's what's happening.
Here we go. The Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson will be awarding the Sports Blitz High School Player of the Week. This will go to the outstanding high school football player for each week. The player will receive a gift card from a local restaurant and an ESPN Northwest Florida t-shirt. Coaches, students, parents, and fans, comment on our Facebook page or call in at 850-215-6290 to nominate.
Tired of boring merch and want your brand to stand out like the big names? Elevate your look with Red 7 Tees. They don't just print shirts, they create bold identities. They are a veteran-owned custom apparel shop providing the kind of detail that turns heads, using high-quality digital printing and embroidery to give you that unique style you love with no minimums or cookie-cutter designs. From small business to sports teams, if you've got a vision, they'll help you wear it proudly. Visit red7tees.com.
PCB Hobby, the beach's premier hobby store for sports cards, comics, coins, and trading card games. PCB Hobby carries the largest selection of boxes and packs from the latest releases of brands like Topps, Panini, Leaf, and more. Looking for a specific player or team? PCB Hobby has a wide assortment of raw and graded cards. They carry parallel rookie, game used, and autographed cards in both modern and vintage. Have a collection you want to sell? We buy, sell, and trade. PCB Hobby on Back Beach Road, just east of Florida Linen. Call 850-320-8388.
Got a scratch, dent, or full-blown wreck? Bring it to Recommended Collision Center in Panama City. From small scratches to all-over paint jobs, from fender benders to major collisions, it's Recommended Collision Center. They work with all insurance companies and offer customer pay options, too. A family-owned collision center that takes pride in top-quality repairs, friendly service, quick drop-offs, and a fast turnaround. So when life throws you a wreck, they'll help you get amended. Recommended Collision Center, 1329 Jinx Avenue, Panama City.
If you build it, they will come. We're live from the CBC Construction Studios. Can you take the hits? Here comes the Sports Blitz. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Welcome back. You're listening to the Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson here at 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Don't forget, you can call in, you can text in on the Red 70s phone line, 850-215-6290. We've been talking a lot about college football, and we want to clear up one thing just so everybody knows. And Jeffrey, just so everybody knows, you are okay with the Ten Commandments, correct?
I am.
Okay.
I'm not cheating on anybody.
Right. Yeah. You believe in the Ten Commandments. You would live your life according to the Ten Commandments. Absolutely right. So you're for the Ten Commandments. And then you thought Charlie Kirk was a good guy as well.
Charlie Kirk was a good guy, but he's never been in Baton Rouge.
Right.
Man.
And that's
never
the thing.
Visited. Come on, at least, I mean, it's like, I don't know, have a Martin Luther King statue in Rome, Italy.
Right.
It's just not.
Yeah, you appreciate what he did, but the statue doesn't necessarily have to go here. It can go somewhere else, his hometown or wherever he visited,
He's
or
from, outskirts of Phoenix, Arizona.
Yeah. So.
Oh yeah. I don't say I guarantee it, but it's a good chance that he might have a street named after him in Phoenix, I'm guessing.
There you go. Yeah, something like that. So, but just to clarify, in your anger, your anger was more about Landry. It wasn't about the other deals.
You're not an LSU guy. Get out.
Yeah, we're not trying to rehash it. Let me ask you this.
You know what's another thing I didn't like about the guy?
Uh-oh, here we go.
When he ran for governor, he didn't want to do any debates. What are you hiding? What are you hiding, man? You don't want to debate anybody? Because he knew he was a shoo-in if he didn't debate anybody.
Yeah.
So he's a loser is what he is. And he's got stuff to hide.
Okay.
So, I mean, I'm sure my daughter voted for him. Yeah, my daughter did vote for him. And it's not because he went to Louisiana Lafayette for college. Yeah, she just liked him. So
Yeah, that's
my
all
daughter
right.
voted for him. I'm sure my other relatives probably did too. So.
Yeah, there you go. But
Whatever.
you didn't have a vote in that, so don't.
No, because I'm a Florida resident.
That's right. So
Yep.
you vote for somebody else that's in Florida.
Yep.
There we go. Either way, we're excited. Never seen you this passionate. I love it, by the way. Good job.
Yeah.
There we go. But let me ask you this. If you could give the Heisman Trophy to one person right now, if you had a ballot to give, who would your Heisman Trophy person be right now?
Oh, golly, that's too much. It's like giving away the MVP for the game at halftime, and I just don't feel.
You don't think it's?
I don't feel comfortable with that. I mean,
if the season ended today,
is Carson back a top 5? Yeah, sure. Am I giving it to him? Probably not. If Diego Pavia beats the Tennessee Volunteers at the end of the year, give it to Diego
and gets into the playoff.
Well, I mean, he beats Tennessee. He's going to go to the playoffs.
Yeah, because that's only one loss.
One loss all year.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm also thinking that he's going to win these next few games before the Tennessee game. But if he beats the Tennessee Volunteers, that's huge for Vanderbilt. Because you hear Brandon, what does he call him? Little brother. Little brother.
Yeah.
That's what Vanderbilt is to Brandon and all the other Volunteer fans. So if he beats the Tennessee Volunteers, give it to Diego. Ty Simpson's in the conversation. Mendoza from Indiana, obviously in the conversation. I mean, I don't know. Haynes King at Georgia Tech, top 5. So have I just named off the top 5? Probably. That's probably my top 5. Is Gunnar Stockton outside of the top 5? Yes. Is he in the conversation? Yes.
Yeah, well, you got, there's so many lists out there. I did pick one.
I didn't even know any running backs.
Yeah, I picked one to read off as far as it's there. Heisman.
Okay.
It's Ty Simpson at number 1, Mendoza at number 2.
There you go.
Marcel Reed at number 3.
Oh, that's true.
Forgot about him.
That was a statement game against LSU.
Diego Pavia at number 4.
Wow.
Julian Sayin comes in at number 5.
Whatever. Get out of here.
Haynes King at 6.
See, Haynes King over Sayin any day.
Trinidad Chambliss at 7.
Woo.
Dante Moore at 8.
Dante Moore?
Yep. Quarterback at Oregon.
Oh, yeah.
And then Brendan Sorsby. Never heard of him,
Who's
right?
that? Where's
Cincinnati.
he at? Oh, Cincinnati.
Yeah.
They have one loss, by the way. They are actually still in the Big 12 hunt.
Yeah.
BYU's in control. UCF, Cincinnati, and Houston all have one loss.
Yep. And then Gunnar Stockton, number 10. So there you go.
Wow.
Let me ask you a
Stockton that
question,
low.
though, real quick. Trinidad Chambliss, with his abilities, why don't... They've only lost one game. Why isn't he... Is it that his coach is a superstar, that he gets the credit for Trinidad Chambliss more than...
And he's falling behind Jackson Dart.
You think that's what it is?
That too.
Well, I mean, because Diego Pavia, is it just because he beat Alabama last year
and beat LSU this year,
and he's cocky, he's arrogant, he talks?
Did they
Johnny Manziel is his best friend.
Did they just beat Missouri?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm saying
there's many reasons there, and they're not respected. Vanderbilt is not a football school. We know
because
this.
of that. That's why Trinidad Chambliss isn't getting the hype that Diego Pavia.
If you had a big time quarterback, and it's a bad example out of Stanford, Andrew Luck went there, John Elway went there. They both did not win Heisman's, but we're looking at Vanderbilt.
So if you put Trinidad Chambliss at Vanderbilt, they wouldn't be the same?
It depends how the play was. And plus, he didn't start the season as a starter.
Right.
Chambliss didn't.
Yeah, but his numbers are probably right there,
Yeah. But what you call it, Diego's a leader. He's a leader. And I know he talked a little bit of trash, and everything.
Yeah, but I just...
Believing in himself.
Yeah, my biggest thing is this, all right? Diego Pavia is 10th in passing in the SEC.
Is that yardage?
10th. Yeah, yardage.
Wow. In the SEC?
Yeah, just in the SEC. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Trinidad Chambliss, number 6.
Wow. That's crazy.
Aguilar still at the top, and then you got Ty Simpson.
And we didn't even talk about Aguilar.
Never even mentioned him.
And he wasn't in that top 10. He was in my top 6.
No. And that's what I'm saying. And then Gunnar Stockton.
Yeah, Brandon's going to give me heck for not having Aguilar ahead of Gunnar Stockton.
You know who's got more passing yards than Diego Pavia?
Garrett Nussmeier?
Yeah. Arch Manning.
Well, we know how that stat works out. It's not a very good stat.
Arch and Garrett both have more passing yards than Diego Pavia, so I don't feel comfortable giving him the Heisman if he doesn't have the same amount of yards. Now, does he have more rushing yards? I'm sure. Yeah. Does he have more wins? I'm sure. Yeah. But still, when you look at Trinidad, I just don't understand it. And I think it is what you said. It's because he's coming behind Dart, but also I think it's probably, too, the fact that his coach is more of the superstar coach, even though, when you look at Alabama, I mean, Tua, he didn't win a Heisman. Jalen, he didn't win a Heisman. Mac, he didn't win a Heisman.
Devonta Smith did.
Yeah, Devonta Smith did.
Did Derrick Henry?
Yes.
Yeah.
And Mark Ingram. Those three are the only three.
Oh, wow, the only three.
Mm-hmm. Wow. History. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, so it's usually your coach. If your coach, I don't know. Pete Carroll with those guys, they won it. Bush, Leinart.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So Bowden, he had Charlie Ward, Chris Winkie, and that's it.
That's it. Yeah. So, but either way, I just wanted to throw that out there for you to see what you thought because I didn't know. Now, let's get into it. We only got about 7 minutes. Let's name we're going to do NFL tomorrow.
Okay, we'll do NFL tomorrow. Okay,
NFL's got to be tomorrow.
That's fine.
So, give me your top 5 hot seat coaches in order from 1 to 5 right now.
That haven't been fired already.
That haven't been fired. Yeah, they have not been fired yet. But if you were to say they are going to be fired either at the end of the season, they won't coach next year.
I hate this, and I don't want coaches to lose their job. But here we go because you're pressing me for it. Norvell.
Okay.
He's number 1.
All right.
Yeah. Gundy's already lost his job. Shoot. Major Applewhite at South Alabama. He's 1-7. No, okay. I'm sorry. He's 2-6. He beat Georgia State last week on a Thursday night, I think it was, or Friday or whatever it was. Game day was there. Weekday game day was at the Georgia State South Alabama game. I can't think of Sarkisian. No, he's kind of saving his job over there. I mean, Brent Venables done a great job this year. Mississippi State coach has been doing a great job. No, I'd only say those two. I mean, we already have 12 people. 12 people get fired this year.
So you don't think Mark Stoops is going to be having his name thrown around to get fired?
I mean, sure, you can throw his name around, but I don't think he needs to, or it should happen.
So what about Hugh Freeze? You don't think he's going to?
No, he just saved his job against Arkansas.
So if he loses out with the SEC play, he's still going to stay?
Do they have 3 SEC games or just 2 left?
They've got Auburn. 3. I mean, they've got Alabama, but I'm not.
I think they have 3. I think they're going to go 1-2 in the SEC. And then, so he goes 1-2, and then he has the out-of-conference game against Mercer, I believe is what it is, right before Bama. He'll be 6-6, and he goes a bowl game, and that saves his job because he just won at Arkansas. That saved his job right there.
Do you know why he's got his job still? You think it's because of
nobody wants it, and there's the big jobs that are available.
The big jobs are available. That's a big reason, but you got to look at one other thing. The Auburn fan base wants him gone, but the Arkansas saved his job probably.
Yeah.
But I'm going to say this saved his job more than anything else. When they suspended indefinitely the referee.
Oh, yeah.
They basically
got an excuse.
Is getting an excuse to say the reason why we lost against Georgia
or Oklahoma
is because of the refs.
Yeah, because you were the one that was all about the Oklahoma game. Look at those refs. They're horrible.
Yeah, they were.
And I was like, stop whining.
Yeah.
And then we turn around and guess what happened?
They get fired.
It was.
Yeah, it was really bad.
It was.
So, I mean, when you look at that, that's the other thing that I really wanted to see. Another person, Jonathan Smith from Mississippi State, Dave Doran at North Carolina State, Bill Belichick. What do you think about Bill Belichick?
Not going. Not after 1 year. You can't do that.
Do you think he likes this? Do you think he likes doing what he's doing?
I don't think he likes losing.
I mean, I don't think he likes losing, but I'm saying, do you think he likes the college game? He doesn't. Obviously, he's never seemed very happy But I just don't see, he doesn't seem like he's very happy. Well, even when he's walking up and down the sideline, even when he just doesn't seem like he's happy.
Yeah.
I mean, and losing stinks. It's not good.
Football's in his blood, and he thinks he can succeed at it, and he's going to try and put his best foot forward to try and win.
Yeah.
You know? Calipari went from Kentucky to Arkansas.
Yeah.
And he was ready to give up after last season.
Yeah.
Because it kind of went down south towards the end.
Yeah.
And then he decided to stick it out because he knows how much he loves it.
Yeah. Dave Aranda at Baylor, they've got him on the list. Luke Fickell.
Is Baylor 5-3?
I don't think so. I thought they were 4.
Maybe 4-4.
Yeah.
No, David, no, he's not.
Luke
no way.
Fickell's on the list.
Oh, Luke Fickell will be number 3 on my list.
He's gone.
For sure.
Yeah, he's gone. Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Yep, done. Mike Loxley's on the list. And Brent Venables is on the list. If they don't turn it around, I could see the Oklahoma faithful getting pretty upset.
Did Oregon State fire their coach? I don't know if the Beavers did or not already.
I don't know.
They're 1-7. 1-7. They're in the bottom 10. If you ask people about the bottom 10 teams, the Beavers have fallen off the earth, and the Oregon Ducks will still play them, which is crazy.
So
Trent Bray was fired from Oregon State.
There you go.
Never mind.
He's gone. Let me say this. I just got a text from my brother. You know, he played at University of Southern Mississippi. He was a quarterback over there.
Yeah.
And he said that Frank Wilson was one of their running backs coaches over at Southern Miss. And his words were, he was my favorite coach out of the staff from Fedora. He was a very good dude.
Well liked.
Yeah, so there you go.
Yeah.
So, I mean, maybe you got something here.
Yeah.
Obviously,
Are they going to beat Bama?
They better not.
Tell me.
You're going to hear
Tell me it's going to happen.
You hear me beating the table if they beat Bama.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
You will.
Yeah, of course I will.
They're Spitfire mad.
I'll be fired
cursing my name and Jeff Landry.
Yeah, I was.
Say, let Jeff Landry pick the next loser coach.
Why didn't he go ahead and pick a coach? That's what I want to know. I'll be sending him emails on Monday
Put up all the
morning.
statues you want.
Yeah, that's right. Bring
Just
them
pick a loser,
we'll put
please.
10 commandments right here. Get the LSU job.
Now, what if Coach O did come back? What would your reaction?
I would love it because I don't think he's that good of a coach. I
you
think
can do your impersonation.
I can always do my person. Is that a good one?
That is a good one. Oh my God, I was about to do one, and then you did it, and I was like, oh well, why even try and follow that up? You know? No, seriously, you nailed it. And it wasn't the Cajun accent; it's just that groggy voice that he's got.
Yeah.
You know, I like me some crawfish. You know.
But either way, hey, that's about the only thing I think I do. That's pretty good. I'm happy.
Yeah,
I'm proud of that one.
Now you have
either
to do a devour.
Yeah, I don't think he has one. But either way, we'll see you tomorrow, guys. We're pumped up and ready to go for Thursday. You don't want to miss the show. It's going to be awesome. You've been listening to the Sports Blitz with Paul Wilson, 104.3 ESPN, Northwest Florida.
Weather in the Panhandle never stops. Turn to 104.3